Hey, Conor here in the essay, one of the MBA classrooms. And this week I wanted to talk about two types of boredom. Two types of boredom. And I think it was the philosopher Martin Heidegger that said that there's two types of boredom: superficial boredom and profound boredom. And profound boredom, he said, is vital for our lives, because in profound boredom is when we look at ourselves, look at our life, see our life. And from profound boredom, there's what he calls existential malaise, which is looking at your life, a decision to make your life better. But that you must enter profound boredom, a state of profound boredom, to find this existential malaise that leads to a real internal drive that I am going to do better. And one of the things that I see in my life is very often we don't have the space in our life to move to profound boredom, because when you face a couple of seconds of superficial boredom, the very first thing that happens is out of the pocket comes a device, a game, a distraction. Check my email, check my Facebook, check my LinkedIn. And I know it happens in my life that I really struggle with the state of feeling bored. And the moment that I feel a state of that superficial boredom, the distraction comes in. And for me, what I find is the way that I hold myself away from the mobile phone or the electronic soother is writing. And often for me, it's by writing in a journal. Writing isn't exactly a very exciting thing. Writing, in a way, is being slow and alone with your own thoughts. And by writing things down, by journaling, by just almost letting a flow of consciousness go out onto a page, it slows down the conversation in your head. It puts the conversation head, the noise, the voice of your head outside of you. It also allows you to stay in this state. It allows me to stay in this state, to move to a state of profound boredom, a profound awareness of what I do like and what I really don't like of the way I'm living. And writing, I often find, for a few minutes, leads me to a state of clarity and determination to be better. And for me, Jordan Peterson, the Canadian psychologist that is a massive YouTube sensation, one of the things he said is, the question, who am I, is not as important as the question, who could I be? And I've been reflecting on this idea that for so many of us, the search is for who I am. And Peterson says, it doesn't matter so much who you are, your past. It matters very much what you could become, who you could become. What could you make of this life? And for me, I'm very worried in my life of how much of the space that is initially filled by superficial boredom and then might be filled by an exploration of who could I be? How could I be better? Where am I not living up to the way I could be, the way I could engage with others? For me, writing is a way of slowing it down and making sure that I move through superficial boredom into the state of profound boredom, and what Heidegger calls the existential malaise, an awareness that not everything is as you would like it to be. And for me, this sense that asking the question, who could I be? A question about the future, and not getting locked into who am I? Who does my past tell me I am? Who does my history tell me I am? The question that gives you more freedom and is a more important one to answer. And it's more important that you give yourself space, this space of profound boredom to explore. Who could I be? Who could I become? And explore that. And for me, when you really take time to get clear about who you would love to become, that clarity often leads to a lot of motivation to take the actions, make the changes that will make a difference. So I guess the reflection here is that idea that there's often triggers in our life that trigger us to take an action to move away from an uncomfortable state. And for me, the uncomfortable state of superficial boredom, I reach for the mobile phone and immediately check email, check LinkedIn, check Facebook, something just to not feel that horrible feeling of superficial boredom. For me, when I feel hunger, it's a trigger to go and find food. When I feel frustrated, it's a trigger to lash out and let go of what I could be. And this reflection of how can I be better with not immediately reacting to the state of hunger by eating, not immediately reacting to the state of boredom by taking out the mobile or just looking for distraction, but staying with the state, not letting it control me, but staying and exploring the state of hunger, staying and exploring the state of boredom, and exploring the question, who could I be? What could I do tomorrow, in a year, in 10 years? Who could I become? I love this concept from Jordan Peterson that who I am is not as important a thought process as who could I become? So have a good one. Thank you for your likes, your comments, your subscribes, your questions, your engagement. Helps me find the motivation to pull the camera out and make these videos. So have a great one, and I hope this week you take some time to go beyond superficial boredom and really sit in profound boredom, this existential malaise that Heidegger says is necessary for us to find ourselves and explore who we could become. Have a good one.